Hello and welcome back everyone. We are here with another episode of Zero to Hero with my protection paladin. Last episode was pure suffering. I had zero experience tanking, and I still do. And every dungeon, even a normal quest, felt like a nightmare. But we grinded hard and somehow we survived. Today the goal is simple. Get stronger gear and push to 2.2k Mythic Plus rating as a tank. Sounds easy, right? Not really. It's gonna be tough for me as a tank because I don't have any experience as a tank. It's really gonna be messy, and I'll probably embarrass myself at least once per dungeon. Probably fail multiple times, but stick around till the end because you will see the whole painful, hilarious, maybe even a glorious journey. So let's jump right into it. So we're starting off this big PP boss in Echo Dome +4, full clown fiesta. I even battle res the healer, thinking alright, we can still clutch this. But nope, everyone died, except me of course. Classic prot paladin moment. Timing this +4 key, absolutely impossible. But somehow with bloodlust panic button gaming, we managed to kill this last boss. The whole dungeon felt like an eternal nightmare. But hey, nightmare over. And I got 200 plus rating, not bad. Next, I hopped into a +5000 West Streets, and man, this group was total opposite. Everyone actually knew what they were doing. Good DPS, good tactics. No one standing in stupid stuff. Honestly, I low-key like this dungeon. Way better than Mechagon. I hate Mechagon as much as I love this place. Please people, stop voting for Mechagon. Maybe vote for Karazhan next. Anyway, I did pull a classic rookie move. Didn't know this random mob pushes you, so I almost pulled half of the dungeon by accident, but we survived. Then came the boss, where my brain goes, yeah, I get it, but I don't want to get it. Like, I understand the mechanic, but I'm too lazy to do the math in mid-fight. You understand what I'm saying, right? Then I got bold, joined a +7 Sacred Flames on Fortified. Really bad idea. These mobs are pure cancer. You have to interrupt 24/7. One mistake and the whole room gets pulled. My health bar was basically a roller coaster. Every pull gave me a mini heart attack, but I lined up my cooldowns, kited like a ballerina, and somehow I survived. At one point, the paladin asked, can we time this? And I was like, yeah, most probably. Luckily, we smashed it. Boss took forever, but we cleared with almost a minute left. Got 261 rating from that run. Any loots though? Nope. But the internet's top 10 most generous moments happened though. A shaman got a ring for me, but he quit the dungeon before trading. Added him on battle.net, invited him back, and that dude actually came to trade. What a legend. With that ring, I'm sitting at 692 item level. Next stop, a delve. And oh boy, a nemesis spawned, killed everyone except me because I was actually doing mechanics. Look at the shadows, run away from the lines, simple stuff, but my DPS was tragic, couldn't even push the guy to 50%, and we failed. Got nothing, felt bad, and moved on. Joined the +7 Halls of Atonement next. Plan is pull big with bloodlust. My hands were shaking, my ass was sweating, never tanked this place before, and pulling that big is like asking Blizzard for a death certificate. Aggro was a nightmare with everyone going full ape shit under bloodlust. I had to kite because with the 60% damage taking debuff, those mobs and bears were basically swinging like Mike Tyson. But somehow we survived. On this boss, no issues with debris placement, everyone played smart, and I actually enjoyed the boss to be honest. Simple mechanics, straight to the point. Blizzard really nailed this boss fight. Also some of the Shadowlands dungeons. We cleared the key with 2 minutes spare, and I got a hero track helmet. I can also upgrade this to tier set later on. Sitting at 692.5 item level, 1.3k rating. Still a long road. Then came the +8 floodgate. Plan was to pull big with the bloodlust. That's what I did. My heart is pounding. I went for it, and the hunter forgets to lust. I was shouting for the lust. I was crying out for the lust. I was begging for the lust, but there was no bloodlust. When I asked the hunter, are you there? Bro said he was on the phone. Lesson learned. If you're on your phone, you cannot bloodlust. The wife felt so stupid. But we kept going, and this boss, I paired up with the DK who had the exact opposite brain to mine. If I went left, he went right. He almost killed me, but somehow I lived. And don't even get me started on these mobs. I pulled 3 of them at once, nearly gave me PTSD. Had to kite them like crazy. One hit, 90% HP gone. But we managed and finished the dungeon with 5 minutes left. Got 281 rating and a shiny 200 sword. Basically, the game is saying stop tanking, go play Retribution Paladin. Now I'm at 1599 rating. Still missing 1 dungeon and a few low-key upgrades. The grind here is real, boys. Target is 2.2k rating today. Let's see if we can make it. This time I'm running my own key, which is Solis Gambit +9. My highest key this season. If we time this, it's going to be huge for us. Plan was simple. pull big at the start with Bloodlust, but I kinda messed up. Didn't grab an extra pack or two, so the lust fell wasted. But hey, there's no time to cry over a bad Bloodlust. We kept moving though. Then I decided, screw it. Let's pull half of the dungeon in the big hall. And oh boy, I forgot there were extra guards in the corner. They got pulled also. And suddenly I'm tanking like 50 angry mobs. My balls were shaking. I was kiting for my life, aggro barely holding, just praying that we don't wipe. But somehow we prevailed, and honestly, it turned out easier than it looked. This boss is so convenient now. Back in my time, we had to type the colors in the chat, and now everyone just sees it on the board. Blizzard finally gave us some quality of life instead of some extra trauma. And then the heart attack moment. I pulled too many of these, got almost one-shotted, had to bubble like a headless panic chicken. Those mob slaps hard, man. Luckily, we kited them out. On this boss, we lined the fire perfectly on the cliff edge, and I actually nailed the breath wave mechanic. No extra ad spawn. All good. We pulled the boss near the assassin because it's easier to stack and burn them there. Way clearer than middle room chaos. And I even spammed pings for soaking balls, because if you trust pugs, 90% of the time they will fail. And today there was no exception. People dropped one by one, but we had 3 battle reses, got everyone back up and pushed through. We finished the dungeon with 4 minutes to spare. Convincing run, felt good. Funnest thing happened though. I won a ring roll, the guy traded me, but the ring never appeared in my bag. And he logged off instantly, like the loot vanished from my bag. If you know what kind of bug that is, comment down below because I'm still confused. Next up, I queued for a +8 Dawnbreaker to push my rating further. Did a big pull with Bloodlust, handled it smoothly. But of course, some genius decided to pull 2 extra packs for me. And guess what? I had the cooldown slip. Before we wiped, the shaman left the key. I was like, bro, why? It was on time. It was just a mistake. I didn't have to leave the key for that. Didn't matter though. I jumped into another +8 Dawnbreaker right away because I had to prove a point. And surprise, surprise, when I do big pulls properly with cooldowns ready, it was clean, easy, and totally on time. That's the thing, man. I'll pull huge when I can, but don't pull for me. If the tank doesn't ask for it, do not pull for them. It was only a matter of time. We played it safe, went slow, and timed the key perfectly. No risk, no drama. With that, I got 113 rating, finally hitting 2K rating in this season. And honestly, I'm kinda stoked. I have hit 2K plenty of times as a DPS on mains and alts, but as a tank, this is my first time. Now the big question, did I get loot? Yes, the worst trinket in WoW history. But hey, at least I got the mount for hitting 2K. It's cool looking and ugly at the same time. Unique vibe. I like the colors though. One thing I don't like, before you would get a ticket to buy a heroic tier piece. If you get 2K rating, now you just get a charge to convert your gear piece to tier set. But it's better than nothing, but still feels scuffed. Anyway, time to upgrade my gear. I will craft a 720 eye level wrist, highest level crafting this season, all match ready, handed to my most trusted crafter, who I've known for a solid 2 days. Cost me 2K gold plus about 20K in mats. Not bad overall. With that, I'm sitting at 695 item level. That's a big step up. Next goal is push my rating further. So I joined a +8 Arakara. Strategy, just play it safe. No time to fail keys now. But safe for me means pulling as big as possible to not to waste the bloodlust. Group was solid. Loved the attitude. Even when the boss was at 5% HP, they were still focusing the ads and follow the tactic. Huge respect. This ad is really important. You need to stun it, interrupt it, clip it with the boss. Just don't let it free cast. Anyway, here I pulled as much as possible until I almost got one-shotted. I still have my bubble with me so they can't kill me. To be honest, I do not like this boss. I don't know. This boss doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't matter, we killed the boss anyway. But after the boss, we needed more percentage. So I went big again. Popped the bloodlust, pulled everything I could. This poison is no problem. That's the best thing about paladins. Maybe druids also. I don't know. We cleared the dungeon with 4 minutes left. No loots as usual, but about 80 rating. That pushed me to 2081 rating. Now we need 120 more ratings. Then I hopped into a +8 Echo Dome, and oh boy, this healer is 657 item level. I was literally out healing him. Then checked his gear, and then he just replied with a plus sign. Bro, he even waited to zone in until the group was full, so nobody saw his item level. That's a genius scam. Whole run was a nightmare. We pulled pack by pack, sometimes one mob at a time. Pulling 2 packs was wiped, and a pure nightmare fuel. Reached the boss at 29 minutes with only 2 minutes left, and we still needed 12% trash. This boss is going to be a pain, but with some off healing, multiple battle reses, and pure stubbornness, we killed the final boss. Finally took 35 minutes of suffering. Someone typed well played in the chat, and I was like, yeah, okay bro, don't lie like that. Got another two-handed sword. Game is basically begging me to go back to Red Paladin. Even though we still failed the timer, I got enough rating to sit at 2135. That's huge. Just 1 or 2 more good key to hit the goal. So I risked it with a +9 Tazavesh streets. Big mistake. By the first boss, we already had 8 deaths, 7 from the shaman. I was pinging like Dora the Explorer showing the way, but nobody followed. Somehow we killed the boss, but after that we just voted to abandon the dungeon. No shot we're gonna finish this dungeon with this group. Join another +8 Tazavesh right after, and this time the group was much better. The Unholy Decade, the key owner was only 670 item level, but honestly, the guy was pumping. The run went really great, and I genuinely like this dungeon. For example, playing music as a band for buffs. Honestly, one of the few Shadowlands style dungeons Blizzard didn't mess up. Finally, the last boss. Bro, my brain was fried. Go to triangle, then circle, then back to circle, then rectangle, then other rectangle. Like, who designed this? It's fun though. But in the end, we cleared it with 3 minutes left. Got about 54 rating for this. Now we're sitting at 2189 rating. Just 11 more rating needed. So I queued for another +8 Echo Dome. This was it. If we time this, we're reaching 2.2k rating as a tank. Warlock complained that I was kiting too much and he couldn't DPS. And I told him, would you rather I stand still and die or kite and time the key? Then he said, okay, time the key. Then I said, exactly. This time I knew the route, got 100% progress before the last boss, and played it totally safe. Later on, I pulled pack by pack, no unnecessary risks. We didn't even have bloodlust with this group. Nobody in this group had it. And still, we timed it with 5 minutes left. And there it is, 2.2k rating as a noob tank. Few days ago, I was fresh. Now I'm capped at 2.2k rating with 695 item level. If I did this as a DPS, I wouldn't care. It's kinda easy to hit 2.8k most seasons casually as a DPS, but as a tank this time feels like a genuine achievement. I just checked the ranking out of curiosity on Radar.io. Out of all the tank in the world, I am 248,709. Alright. Overall rank across all the classes and roles, my rank is 1.23 million. Bro, now I feel like I achieved nothing. If over 1.23 million people hit 2.2k rating this season, then imagine how many players are active right now. My guess would be at least 7 to 8 million on retail. Comment down below what you think. Alright, that's all for today. If you enjoyed the run, drop a like. It helps me keep making these videos. If you want to see me push further, subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Black Dragoon out.